Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Merry Christmas in arrears and Happy New Year to you all. In today's tutorial, we're learning how to draft a tulip sleeve, and today's tutorial is totally beginner friendly. Anyone can try this out and still get amazing results. So these are the following measurements needed for this tutorial. So let's go straight into our tutorial. Using our pattern paper, I folded it in two, and I'll be using the armhole of 16 inches divided by 2, which is 8. I marked that on my pattern paper, and I'll be using a total sleeve length of 8 inches. After doing that, I went ahead to mark out the armhole and also added 2 inches, just like you see, 2 inches above there. And today's tutorial is totally freehand. We will not be using any curve ruler to give all of this curvy effect. So I went straight to curving my armhole just like that. Totally beginner friendly and totally easy. After doing that, I went ahead to mark out my sleeve round measurement, which is 6. I used that 6 inches, and I just marked it out like this. After doing that, I went ahead to cut out this pattern. Yes, cut this out just like this, carefully cutting this out and making sure you don't have a sharp edge. So I noticed that I had a sharp edge, and I immediately used my scissors to trim that off just like this. We don't want to use a sharp edge. We don't want a sharp edge. So after doing that, I opened my pattern paper, I spread it open, and I used my ruler to now mark out the depth of my tulip. Yes, the depth of my tulip, and I'm going down by 6 inches. I went down by 6 inches. You can go higher than that, you can go lower than that, depending on what you want. So I went down by 6 inches at that point, and I would also be marking another towards my left. But I noticed you might not understand, so I went ahead to mark the middle line so you would know where we are starting our markings from, our measurements from rather. So I went ahead to mark 3 inches from where I placed my ruler. I marked 3 inches to the left side. So from the cap side measurement, I marked 3 inches as well. Note, you can use any measurement depending on what you want. Remember, we added 2 inches up over there, so I'll be showing you shortly what that 2 inches is meant for. So I went ahead to curve this. Remember, it's a freehand and totally beginner friendly. So I went ahead to curve this just like you see, just a little bit of curve. You can use a curve ruler if you have one, but at the moment I don't have a curve ruler at my disposal, so I'm just using my freehand to cut this, to mark this out. So I went ahead to cut this out, and if you are sewing with your fabric immediately, you can just place this pattern on your fabric and cut it out in 2 places. But for this pattern drafting tutorial sake, I'll be cutting out another piece. So we'll see exactly what it looks like. So I went ahead to trace out the initial pattern on another paper, so we would see this. So this is what it looks like, and I went ahead to cut it out straight. And I forgot to say, please make sure you always notch the middle point. I notched the middle point of the first pattern paper, and I'll be doing the same thing. I left a mark already. Yes, just like this, I will notching it. It's very important to arrange your piece together, and this is what you have. This is what your tulip sleeve is going to look like. So at this point, I had placed the inner edges together, that's the inner seam side together. So I'd place it together using my gum. I don't have a paper tape at my disposal, so I'm using this. I hope you understand. So I said earlier that you should notch the middle point, and it's for the sake of arranging it properly. If you notch the middle point, you would always get a perfect result. So this is what it's going to look like after notching. Your notch is going to help you, it's going to serve as a guideline to place this in order, and for you not to make mistakes. Please let's try and notch this. So quickly, let me just say this: if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, like and share. Drop in your comment in the comment section if you've subscribed, and let me know if you would like to see more of these. And please subscribe and turn on your notification bells to get more of pattern drafting tutorials. And also I'll be showing you how I made this tulip sleeve on my fabric shortly. So in order for you to see this, click on the notification bell so you would be the first person to get the tutorial as soon as I upload this. So thank you very much. Let's go back to a tutorial. So after putting this together with the glue, I will be showing you what I did with that 2 inches I added, and that will be for the puffy effect. That's if you want a puffy effect. If you don't want a puffy effect, you don't need to add 2 inches allowance. You don't need to add any allowance. Just go straight with your total sleeve length. But I added 2 inches to the sleeve length, and that is for the puffy effect, just like I'm doing. Just you pleat it a little bit just for the puffy effect. If you want more puffy effect, then you can add much more inches, like 3, 4, 5, as much as you want, as much as you desire. So just like I'm doing, this is a paper, so it's not coming out like it should, like it would on a fabric. So if you want, you can just use straight, you can just use your sleeve measurements without adding any allowance for the puffy effect. But the puffy effect always comes out really nice, I would say. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please like, subscribe and share.